Welcome back to Final Fantasy IX. We're going to the end of Disc 1 now. I wonder what we'll be finding here at the end of the disc after all this time of just kind of putzing about.
Probably
More
something
rain.
dramatic.
Oh, the door is locked. I'm surprised one of the choices you aren't given is, I'm hungry. I talk to her. Leave her alone. I wonder if dagger's alright.
You know, this is actually setting up for a good climax, though. Because, you know, this is a good, like, kind of point for interest to spike and get you to actually put the other disc into your into your PlayStation. So, you know,
Yeah,
this builds up a lot of...
Burmacia does that pretty well, yeah.
Are you expecting Kina to jump up there?
They get up there eventually.
When will eat her way up there?
I will say, though, I was pretty unfamiliar with the idea of the badass female military leader. That is actually a pretty common thing in Japanese anime and stuff. So when Beatrix turned out to be the end of disc boss, I was a little, like, confused. Like, who is this person? Why should I care? Because when Beatrix appeared in previous scenes, when I was a kid, rather, I had paid absolutely no attention to her whatsoever and forgot she existed.
Yeah, you forget that she's right there with Steiner at the beginning of the game. Where
Well, they do
Yeah.
say that she's the Queen's general.
Yeah, you kind of have to talk to some NPCs to get any information on her at that point in the game.
Yeah. But just in case you didn't do that, they lay it on how powerful or how feared Beatrice is. I always, since my first playthrough, always took it as just like, this is what General Celeste from 6 would have been if she didn't, like, hightail to the returners.
Yeah. One of the things about Beatrix is that she's playable for, like, one very small section of the game.
And she's nowhere near as badass in that section as she is in their boss fights.
Yeah, well, she has all of her abilities from the boss fights. But
Including
shock.
It's just that she's not as over-leveled compared to everything else as she is compared to your party.
Well,
Yeah.
if she's busy, like, hanging out with the Queen, she's not grinding Grand Dragons.
She doesn't need to.
No.
I like how Queen Brahne is standing out in the rain and fanning herself.
Well, never let anyone tell you that Queen Brahne doesn't handle her issues indirectly.
I
Ooh,
spy...
mystery man, so full of intrigue, confusion.
I spy with my eye something that's the main villain.
No, but here's the thing. Why would you fan yourself in the cold rain?
Because she's
Maybe it's a hot rain.
Anyway, yeah, Kuja. No joke, I thought this was a girl when I first saw him.
Everyone
thought
did.
he was a girl.
He has the hips, and he has the hip cleavage.
Yeah, it's the hip cleavage. It's exactly what it is. And, you know, a mono character design 3D model, the face is sort of ambiguous. Whether or not you can't... You know, I'm not sure. My boner is at a 90-degree angle, like right now, because I don't have confirmation.
The thing about Kuja is he's like the most one-to-one to his Amano look, I think.
I believe so. Let me look that up, actually.
But you know, for as weird as he looks, and for as badly as Seymour tried to copy the same appeal, Kuja's actually one of the most interesting villains in the series.
Yeah, he really is.
What is
Well,
it about him?
mostly because we learn the most about him compared to other villains.
Yeah.
Yeah, Kuja's pretty much one-to-one his Amano design. Including the thong, yeah.
Ah, yes, this theme. I love this
sort of-
boss theme.
The Sword of Doubt.
Is this the theme that plays whenever
This
you
is-
fight Beatrix?
Beatrice, yeah.
Yeah.
I've once killed 100 knights. Well, we've killed 100 grand dragons. Oh shit.
Now,
okay.
now what you need to know is that this is a completely unwinnable boss fight. Even if you somehow, some way, grinded yourself to level 99 via Grand Dragons, you can't win this fight.
No.
Basically, all you can do is just hang back, steal as much as you can in the time limit, and see what happens.
You know, although you say that, I think if you die before the time limit runs out, you do game over.
That doesn't make any sense to me.
Yeah, well,
Yeah.
it's kind of like the end of Super Metroid, actually. In that, you know, you do have to beat Mother Brain before you get to the point where you just lose anyway. So I don't
Yeah.
know, like the baby Metroid is just like lost or something. I
Yeah,
don't know.
it's not there on time. Yeah, I agree.
I have a thing to say though. there are a lot of games with these kind of unwinnable boss fights. The one that did them by far the best is the remake of Wild Arms, and that's the second time I brought that game up in this context. But the remake of Wild Arms, what it did was when you had an unwinnable boss fight, what would happen was you would gain exactly the amount of experience at the end of the boss fight as points of damage that you dealt to the boss before the boss ended. So, if you dealt a fucklot of damage while trying to keep yourself alive, you got a fucklot of experience. And there were times where I leveled up like 5-6 levels in one shot because of those boss fights.
That should have killed you.
Should have, but didn't.
Shock is the attack you fear the most.
God damn it, I didn't steal something.
It's even with higher levels, stealing from Beatrix is a son of a bitch.
Does she have anything good?
Yeah, she has.
She has really good stuff.
I like how
she has a mithril sword for Steiner, a chain plate, and there's another item. The thing is, though,
down.
Wait, you just stole her breastplate off her? Really?
Maybe.
No, that is not.
She has another one.
Zidane, bad touch.
Zidane
Stop.
would try to cop a field during this.
You
though.
have,
Let's be real.
we are talking about Zidane here. You have 10 turns.
Why are you
before-
using the ores to heal?
I'm gonna get plenty more.
Yeah, might as well. They look like little candies. You have 10 turns before Beatrix decides to cut it short with. She can either use Stock Break or Clim Hazard, I think, with the name of the attacks.
Oh, they heal MP. Okay.
Man, if you hadn't ground up all those Grand Dragons, you'd be like on your knees by now.
Yeah. Well, again, like I said, Shock is the attack you dread the most because at the normal levels, you're not surviving that, no matter how well equipped you are. But then again, all you gotta do is make sure you keep yourself alive for 10 turns before she decides to end things. And again,
damn it, I didn't steal something.
you have to survive the turns, because if you're on the floor prematurely, it's a game over, and again, what the fuck?
So by 10 turns, do you mean 10 attacks by your party or 10?
10 Beatrice attacks.
Okay.
And I got nothing good out of that. Fuck.
A shame. Ow. Hey, Quinta's good for limit glove. Wait, what are you trancing out for? Oh, that makes me angry.
Hey, it would make me angry too. And oh wait, let me guess. We're not.
It's completely wasted now.
No, wait, hold on. Let me guess. We're not worth killing because we're not as much of a challenge, and they're gonna let us.
Yeah, that's exactly what it is.
You
know what? And that does legitimately bother me because in this scene right here, Kuja takes a look at Vivi and says, "This one might be a problem," but just leaves him alone. What do we have here? Another filthy rat? This boy could become a problem, and then he just leaves.
So they don't kill him for.
Yeah, they just
leave.
Yeah. Not Final Fantasy IX's proudest moment in writing.
Well, you know, it's a common villain trope. You know,
it is raining already, so.
You know, it's arrogance. It's a common supervillain kind of thing.
One of the things I love about Kuja is that he's so goddamn vain and theatrical. And they really nailed that in Dissidia.
We all hear that, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. It's the first thing that popped into my mind.
Completely ruins the tone of the scene.
Oh, but come on! That's all you think about when you hear Kuja's theme. You know, especially
after how badly Beatrix just owned you.
Yeah.
I can just imagine them playing that after the battle. It's like, yeah, fuck you.
Yeah, it's like, yeah, you deserve that. Yeah. Oh man. Yeah, but I think of this song every time, especially when spoiler warning at the end of the game. What? Oh. Well, I really hope this doesn't get flagged.
Well, as long as Ryan just lowers the volume.
Yeah.
Good.
Trust me, I will.
Yeah.
But I do want to point out, Kuja really does have feminine hips.
Yes.
Like, absurdly feminine hips. And people get on like Sephiroth's case for quote looking like a woman ?
I never really guessed that. Like Kuja, I did have a what gender is this moment. I never had that moment with Sephiroth. Why are we
People
still
just
listening to
look at
Rocky Horror?
people just look at him and they see he's lean, he's clean shaven, and he's got long hair. Oh, he must be a woman because he doesn't have stubble. No.
It's the hips. It's like how you got the music playing as the fucking save screen was going on.